Farmgal. Hi, Farmgal.
Hi.
Yeah.
How are you?
All right. Why don't you start here by introducing yourself to our viewers and listeners and so forth, because I do audio only also with these things, and just tell us, how you got here.
Right. So I go by the handle Farmgal, and I have a small farm that is extremely productive, very focused on closed looping, and so I do everything from gardening to the livestock and a circular plan and I use literally everything I possibly can from the farm and from the surrounding area. I also do a tremendous amount of foraging and hunting and different things like that. So how I got here? So my parents were what was called back to the landers in Alberta, which meant that I've been raised in it.
So that was,
I had my...
That was back to the land movement was the 1970s stuff. I think the Nearings, weren't they part of that business and so forth?
Yes. So in Alberta in particular, in about the 1970s, and I was born in 1972, was the Back to the Lander movement. And it was literally exactly what it sounds like. Everybody kind of went back to farming, they went back to hunting, they went back to living in cabins, that type of thing. So we had, I was raised with no running water. We had a team of horses. We logged with horses. We gardened with horses. Had my first horse when I was very young. Had my first trap line when I was 8, et cetera, et cetera. So for me, although I have continued education, and although I've expanded to the point that my mother actually gave me a great blessing when she said I had actually surpassed her about 10 years ago. But it's literally in my blood. So I've been raised this way my whole life.
And that is a big advantage for anybody who's trying to do the kind of life that you currently do. And many people are interested in trying that now, but don't have that kind of background and experience. So it's difficult to make the transition from modern industrial culture and all the ways in which things work now versus the ways they currently work on the farm, and then also how they used to work on the farm. One thing you mentioned here was horses, and I don't know what video I'll go, yeah, there's a horse, one of your horses on the video right now.
Yep.
The horse aspect is one that a lot of people who are taking up modern back to the land don't pursue. They're still going with the tractor. We have one fellow who's another Canadian who is very much into alternative machinery and powering, and he runs a tractor on wood gas.